Greetings once again and welcome to the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movies. Today is Friday, March the 9th. One quick announcement. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, Saturday, March the 10th, I'll be giving a webinar and we're going to do a deluxe version of the replay from today, one where we talk about the delta turning points and the Elliott wave count and all of that sort of thing. This is the light version where we're going to talk about the trades, but I encourage you to sign up for tomorrow's webinar and join us if you would. All right, let's get started. Now, first off, you can see that the red moving average and the long-term pale blue dashed moving average are in very close proximity, and consequently we're going to have to be extra cautious, and we'll probably be looking at the swings in and around those moving averages at least until we see some semblance of a breakout. Incidentally, we're trading the June contract now. Yesterday was the rollover. Now, this is what I've been waiting for. Ostensibly, we've already had a red, white, and blue alignment, and now the red is kind of moving above the long-term moving average. But remember, it's buy low, sell high, folks, and if we're going to get long, we want to get long when the price is at the bottom here. And so we've got our stochastics down here starting to turn north. I'm thinking this is a good place to perhaps get long, even though we don't have much in the way of a turnaround here. In fact, actually what we can probably do is wait until this comes down and turns back around and starts to go up. So let's see how that works. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get long now. Still having trouble making some headway. Here we go. Whoa. All right. Well, that little rocket there was the unemployment rate. One of the things that you want to learn to do if you're going to be a day trader in the pre-market is always be aware of the reports that are coming out. And there's a lot of websites out there you can look to. But most of the reports don't really spook the market in any particular significant way. But unemployment has been a hot button issue for quite a while now. And the last unemployment rate that came out produced the same result. So I was fully anticipating that we'd see something similar, and that's why I made sure I was long when that report came out. One of the interesting things about reports and other fundamentals and quasi-fundamentals is that they don't generally change the outlook with respect to technical analysis. If we're in the midst of a bullish pattern, well, guess what? The bullish pattern is just going to continue. It doesn't really change anything. It just kind of enhances it and exaggerates it a little bit. All right, we've got the red moving average rising with some significance here. What's going to happen? Well, the price in the blue moving average is trying to break above the white one. And our stochastic is trying to break above the midline. And we're getting closer to a bullish crossover on the MACD. Actually, we're now getting closer to a bearish crossover. We're breaking south of the red and the blue moving averages there. We've got it going on the MACD and the stochastic. Let's get short, actually. Okay. Well, that was a short-lived experiment, but nonetheless, we made a little money there. So, before we go any further, we got to remember to draw our arrows. So, we got in before, right here. And now, we took this short trade here. And I dare say we are ready to start the data again. And now we're back above the red, and the white is curving, and we've got a bullish crossover on our MACD, so let's get long. Yep. And start it up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 clicks. Gets us to 30 times normal speed. And we're turning around again, and I think this is going to go higher. Those flashes of green on the time and sales chart means we're making a new high for the day, or equaling the existing high. Okay, we hit all the targets, I guess. Alright, let's pause it there and draw our arrow. Okay, I've paused it now. This is where Elliott wave kind of comes in handy. To me, this looks like a wave 3. Actually, this mess over here, we won't worry too much about. It was, I think, this was a fifth wave, and then we had an A, B, C correction, then wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and now we've basically done wave 4. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of a curvature upward here, a little bit on the stochastic, and again, buy low, sell high. So I'm going to get long and move on up to wave 5. I've paused it while I moved the stop, since we didn't go the extra tick. All right. That probably would have been enough. Actually, no, we got to get to... Oh, there we would have definitely reached it. Okay. Okay. Stopped out. All right. Now, if this is wave 5, it's definitely a truncated wave 5. It could be part of wave 5, maybe wave 1, and now we're going to do wave 2, and then we're going to come up and go higher still. So let's see what happens. Oh, wait a minute. We're actually going lower. This is in the lower half. This is a full-on crossover that's about to drop below the red. And we are now under the red with the price, having been under it once before, and we've got some curvature on the white. So maybe this is a truncated wave 5, and we're going to head lower. Could be. So let's start the arrow. And get short. Well, maybe that was wave 1, and this is wave 2. In which case, we won't take out the other high, or at least we'll not exceed it. And we'll turn around and we'll drop like a stone. Well, we're not doing a lot of dropping here. Looks like we got down to the level of the previous low. But what's happening here? Look at our stochastic is down at the bottom. It's going to start heading back up. Is this all part of wave 4, and wave 5 is still going to break to the upside? Well, here's one possibility. Let's pause this for a moment. Now you can see on today's chart template, we're not using the long-term MACD. But let's switch to a different template real quick. I do this on another computer so I don't mess up my drawing tools. But today it doesn't matter. Now, let's compress this just a tad. Alright, here we are with a different template. Now, we've already talked before about how the MACD has to kind of reset itself. As you can see, the price is basically going sideways, and it's slowly getting closer to this ever-rising long-term moving average, which is mimicked by our zero line on the long-term MACD. Well, since the zero line doesn't move, in order for the lines to get closer to it, the MACD has to drop. But when the actual breakout to the upside happens, usually the MACD will be fairly low, close to zero, and will actually show a little bit of a breakout to the upside as well. So right now, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We do know that as a general rule, when you have a sideways consolidation, the breakout tends to come in the direction that led into it. So that would suggest that we are going to break to the upside. But we also have a situation where this long-term moving average is on a collision course with our price. And what could happen is that our red moving average, and thus the other smaller ones as well, is actually going to cross below and head lower, in which case all bets are off. So before I abandon my short trade, I'm going to watch this a little bit more carefully. If we get some clear indication that this thing is going to break to the upside, I will definitely reverse. But it's not an absolute slam dunk that that's going to happen. So in the meantime, I'm stuck. I'm in a short trade, and my stop is plenty out of the way. But notice, you know, the Donchian channel has been stair-stepping its way down here, so maybe it will break to the downside. We don't know yet. So let's turn on the heat and see what happens. Meantime, I will drag my arrow along here. Now you can see the blue and the white were below the red. Now the white's back above the red. The fact that the upper Donchian channel has gotten lower and the lower Donchian channel has gotten higher means that it's kind of squeezing the price. All right, we've made a slightly higher high. We've gone up to this level now. We still haven't taken out this high over here, the one that I thought was wave 3. Oh, now we're going lower again. Yeah, we got the blue under the red, just like we had it over here. Now we got in kind of late, so we're not even close to any kind of profitability here yet. If we wanted to pull the plug with as small a loss as we can get away with, we should have done it while we had this thing going on. But now look, look, look. The white is below the red, even though the price is kind of futzing around above the red. Now, as you might surmise, because this is kind of an unusual day, I do recall what happened, but I'm playing it out exactly as I did in real time. Now, this looks like it's a breakout to the upside, but nothing's budging here on the long-term MACD. And our stochastic is already pretty overbought. And we're getting a little closer on this long-term MACD. But this Donchian channel level seems to be holding as a point of resistance. And now the parabolic's flipped to bearish once again. We got blue under red, and the white is dropping. Can it be? White is pretty solidly below the red right now, but the price is having trouble breaking away. Now parabolic's gone back to bullish. Notice the white stand under the red though. Realizing now that I'm in my 3rd hour of watching the market do this. This is when you really wish you could speed up real time. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Now we got to get past this support zone, and guess what? We did. Yeah, baby. That's what we're looking for. Okay, stopped out. Well, This is all one trade. Got short over here, got stopped out over here. Oh, let's get short again. Even though we haven't looked parabolic, we've got this coming down. Oh, and look what's happening. One sidewinder wasn't enough. We have to have two. When you have a substantial drop or substantial rally, oftentimes you get the sideways consolidation while the longer term moving average catches up. We've had that with both the ultra long term and now we have it with the red. Notice we're staying well under the red zero line here with our faster MACD, and we're not that close to a crossover in the long-term MACD. So what's going to happen here? Are we going to break to the downside? Looks to me like we had a 1, 2, 3, and now we have a screwy wave 4, and we're going to break into wave 5. There we go. And again, this is all one trade. All right, and it is now after 1 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time. I would not start another trade at this point, so let's just goose up the time here and run out the clock, and that's where we ended up. So a respectable $1,075, and let's open this up and count our trades. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a few more than I had in real time. So 7 and 0 and 1,075. So enjoy your weekend. If you're coming to the webinar tomorrow, enjoy that as well. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Monday. Thanks so much.